You're here, get it down as that pocket goes back. Opposite of high pocket, high shoulder, low pocket, right? That's the feeling. It just gets that club going right on top of it for you. Beautiful, okay?
Over-exaggerating.
Over-exaggerating, yep, you got it. Oh, dude, the move on that swing right there, wow.
There we go.
Oh, man, was that good. Wow. Just striping it. Nice job, bud.
Thank you. It's going as far as my knockdown shot.
I know. Oh, man. Those are just getting farther and farther, too. I mean, those things are flying 130 yards out there.
It's a 9-iron.
I mean, dude, what were you hitting that club before?
105, 110.
That's incredible. Oh, my goodness gracious.
That was a nice one.
Yeah, like, tip the kid, dude. Yeah, exactly. Like, appreciate you. You as well. And you. Hey, and then you gotta toss the ball to the kid real quick, you know? Yeah, just exactly. I love his brother. He's the funniest guy.
Can I rehearse it?
This guy's killing it right now. I mean, you know, it's funny. How was that?
Can I rehearse?
Absolutely, yeah. So look at the rehearsal. Hey, can you walk our viewer through your rehearsal?
Yeah.
Just tell me what you're feeling, okay?
Well, first thing I'm feeling is my two knees staying apart because I was getting really close to them. And then the second thing is start my hands first because I was leaving it behind, so start my hands. And I still feel like I'm hitting the knockdown shot, so trying to get that right there. And then this is pulling back, and my whole body is going to get over the ball.
How good is that? Love that, nice. Buddy. Hey, show the viewer what you used to do.
So I used to come back.
He can't even do it anymore.
I don't want to do it.
Isn't that awesome? That's great. Hey, yeah. No, hey, I didn't expect him to be able to nail that, but it was like this, right? We were here, and he was kind of like this, and it'll be like over there, right? And now we're, you know, boom. It's awesome. Awesome. Very, very happy about it. The lower body, almost in the backswing, it's like my dad always says, right? Feels like it's in cement. Just, right? That's a great thought for a person who's overactive with that lower body, but you're killing it. Let's that upper body is turned right on top of that lower body. Give me one more rehearsal.
Like the ladder.
You got it, buddy. Good. And when you do that, give me even the left shoulder a little bit lower. Exactly. A visual I like to give you is this. And I was showing you and Dad this earlier. You know, when I turn to the top, my shoulder plane's already going down, right? So if my hands start going, I'm down into it already. And you see how low I am there? That just keeps that angle of attack moving down. It's a good visual for him. You're here, get it down. You're here, get it down as that pocket goes back. Opposite of high pocket, high shoulder, low pocket, right? That's the feeling. It just gets that club going right on top of it for you. Beautiful, okay?
Over-exaggerating.
Over-exaggerating, yep, you got it. Oh, dude, the move on that swing right there, wow. Whoa. It's almost, it's crazy though that our viewer, I mean, I know they saw the before and after, even before we started this lesson, but it's hard to put in words how different this is, and Mom and Dad are shaking their heads, like in just one day. And that's you, buddy, like seriously, it's unbelievable, unbelievable. I mean, that swing is a swing for life right there, guys. And as I told you before, when I look at that old swing, I'm happiest most about the fact not only you're going to win tournaments this summer, but I'm happy that I saved your lower right back and you have at least 25 more years of golf after you would have had if this would have kept being the swing, right?
I was like...
That's the thing. The lower back gets crushed for people in the swing, right? Crushed. And it comes a lot of times from simply just understanding this. When the hips go this way and this way, crunch, crunch, right? I mean, think about it. It's like your body is one half of the nutcracker, the top is the other half, and the nut's right there, and it just goes like this. Crunch, crunch. That's the way I've always kind of viewed it. And I'm just trying to turn away that never pinches that lower back, but actually lengthens it out. I mean, I hit balls, I feel better these days, you know?
Yeah.
I see some people hit balls and they end up hurting. Well, you know what? Check their setup, check that turn, and then make sure the arms and hands relative to the body are working the right way. Right?
In front of the finish line.
Absolutely, in front of the finish line. Yeah, and by the way, Gabe, come over in the front, buddy. That's why we have this line down there. It's not just for ball position. This is our finish line. We're trying to make sure the handle is beating the club head to the finish line for somebody who always had the club head a little ahead. Wonderful visual for him. Just something simple that he's just able to kind of check into every time. It's good. I mean, dude, it's unbelievable. Yeah, just watching that ball flight compared to where it was. It's a huge difference. It's awesome, buddy. You're killing it. Literally killing the ball. What's that? Oh, yeah. We're going to do this one right here, yeah. Here, bud. Switch the clubs.
What club?
7. We'll do the odds today, okay?
Try to hit the green.
Yeah, perfect. New club. Make sure you get a little rehearsal in there. Oh, my goodness. Dude, that just flew to the white flag.
It's like 5 feet.
That's 164 to that flag.
I was saying it's 135.
Okay, hold on a second. I got to say something real quick, though. Every inch of sway takes rotation away.
That's nice.
So, we have that actually calculated, roughly, but it's pretty darn close. To every inch that we're going this way is approximately taking away 10 degrees of rotation. And those 10 degrees are easy 3 to 4 miles per hour at club head speed. Lateral movement, when you're hitting it with your hands, does not nearly create the speed that the rotational movement does, right? So now with the rotation, now with the more connection, adding in a better angle of attack with a more wall-to-wall contact. Okay, so we have like 4 or 5 factors here all coming together, helping you hit the ball farther. We talked about this before he ever started taking his lesson. Our first 30 minutes actually was talking about game plan, how to practice properly to shoot lower scores. I told you that if you just practice the way that I'm telling you, we can shoot 5 shots lower.
He guaranteed.
Guaranteed from, I appreciate you remembering that.
5 minutes.
5 shots lower just from the quality of practice without me telling you anything technically. Practicing those scoring components of the game, that's 1. 2 was we talked about these components of the swing that are, without me watching the swing, right, that are most likely lacking because why? We're human beings and I see it every day and we're all lacking it. So we all, once again, doesn't matter what we're doing wrong because it doesn't change what we need to do right. What are all those power leaks? We found them all. You just seal it all up. We now have a setup that promotes the proper turn. We now are more connected to the top. We talked about how we're now rotating and not sliding. We talked about how now we have the proper hand position. Just the rotation, remember we talked about how you were sliding 3 inches. That was 30 degrees that you weren't opened up. That was like 9 miles per hour of club head speed.
Many yards too.
Let's just throw a number out there, but I'm gonna go with as far as that's 20, 25 yards. And someone's gonna know that number better than even I. But I'm just gonna say what I see out there, and that's exactly what I saw. And then I told you just by making it more efficient with the little things like the wrist position, a little bit more of the knockdown mentality. The little things come together as you get more connected and that bow and arrow pulls back at the top of the swing to maximum tension. Well, guess what? There's the extra 10 yards, and that's what can make 35 yards just pop out of nowhere, and a player goes, that's not possible. Oh no, it is, and it happens on this range all the time. And the funny thing about it is, the biggest complaint that Mike and I get, and it's hysterical. Guys, I was hitting it great, but didn't shoot any better because I flew every single green last tournament. Hey, we'll take that. Create the new normal. We went out to the course yesterday. We saw you fly a 7-iron over 150. on the course. So we know that that's not a fluke because your technique's better today. But I just want you to know, all those little components come together. All you have to know is knees, chest and hands, making sure hip goes back, chest goes forward, hands lead that motion.
And also could just come down to 2 thoughts or 1 thought at least, instead of thinking about all those other thoughts.
Absolutely.
Like knees and the turn back.
And then you know what's funny? And when you create a rehearsal that just goes like this,
You don't have to think about it all.
you just do that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, buddy. I stopped him for 5 minutes and he still stripes. Trying to distract him. They get a little, you know.
On the green again.
It's so good. So good. Oh my gosh. We always say, we always ease people's mind by telling them, hey, we got the best film and editor on the planet over here. He's gonna make you look like a genius no matter what. And as Gabe said, every single time, we don't have to edit one thing. We don't have to edit. They just, hey, do it right, keep doing it better. It works out. I tell you, this is, what the biggest problem though with I would tell them with my college golfers and with pros I've seen that, get out on tour for a while. This is what I've been able to at least see over the years of just, just outsider looking in, and not even being an outsider, being an insider looking in, at what happens. There's so much that surrounds them with ideas of what could happen. They have 8 guys and 9 other guys in the team all giving their opinion, all telling them something that they've heard from their coach, so irrelevant to their own success. And it's obvious to me, obvious to maybe someone else, but, to them, you kind of have to let them go through the process if that's where their mind's at. But the reality is, the ones that stick with just stick with the same thing, and they just attack it, and they do it better and better and better. We are lucky to have a good, solid crew of people who truly believe that they're not getting any better advice anywhere else. So we're just going to only do what this team does from a physical standpoint with Cody Smith, okay? From a golf mental standpoint with Mike and myself. And honestly, I always tell them there's no question that we're not going to be able to have answered for you. It's just a matter of the good communication and working through it, right? So, you don't get caught up in what others are doing. You don't get caught up in anything other than your own personal recipe. You've seen such a massive change in a couple of days, and it's just something that you need to continue to stick with, and you just put the blinders on and just continue to do what you do, right?
Black
out, absolutely. Exactly. You just do your thing. You stick to it all the time. We talked about our practice plan, which is going to be very important for when you go back home, just to stick to practicing the scoring components of the game that we've highlighted for you through some very, very simple statistics. I see that the statistics and the use of TrackMan, the use of all these things has overcomplicated the game. It's not doing its purpose of simplifying the game. Okay?
Not even close.
And that's my job. My job is I will always be that guy for the game of golf, because golf's way too pure, way too awesome to have it made difficult. It's not that difficult, right? I know it is, but not to understand and not to be working at the correct things all the time. So improvement is actually quite easy. I'm not saying going and winning a Masters and shooting low scores is easy. I'm saying improvement is easy in golf if you have the right mindset to go about it, right? This guy showed up like a champ this week, and I'm trying to highlight that for our viewers, because if you're wondering why he can make the change I showed you guys at the beginning of this lesson, it's because he has first of all, a deep passion to want to do so, and the willingness to put in the work. And Dad's gonna smack him around a little bit if he doesn't also. No, I'm just kidding.
There's that miss. The drop kick to the left. When I leave my hands behind and I sway. So I do the rehearsal.
Angles up there, not down here. And hey, you know what's fun? What's fun is simple things, guys, simple things. It's amazing how that'll make somebody not drop that club early. You see what I'm saying? That'll get you working on top of the golf ball real quick. So all I did is I placed those 2 golf balls on what will be the path of his golf swing coming in, which was just inside the golf ball. I put it about 13 inches behind the ball, just far enough to where he's not going to hit it, but it's enough to scare him. You probably would have hit those yesterday with the first swing he made, though.
I was going.
All 3 of them, right? Might have not got to the real one.
Why didn't I cut to the real one?
Do you hear that, you guys? How zippy is that? And hey, playing golf in Texas, dude, we talked about this. You're going to need some of that tight ball flight that just penetrates like that,
I almost
right?
went in.
I did almost go in? Nice, that boy. Awesome. And here's what we'll do too. Let's do this right now, because we got time for this. Let's go show our viewers what we worked on the putting green for 5 minutes.
That's going to be fun.
And then guess what's going to be even more fun? When I put the wedge back in your hand and I see if you can hit low tide draws for me again.
Okay.
Woo! All right. Thank you guys so much for watching our video. Any questions or comments you have, please leave them below. Also, click the link below to pick up 3 free videos. We appreciate you guys. Enjoy our channel.